Okay, today we're going to talk about punctuation. And the first thing we're going to talk about is comma, where to put your comma in the sentence. So, there are many rules to where to put your comma. But the first rule is put automatic clause before main clause. And the example is, because I was hungry, I went to the bakery. So the comma should be right after hungry because it separates the two clauses. So, the second rule is comma in front of direct oration. And the example is, she said, buy me a cake. And the comma should be in front of what she is going to say, which is, buy me a cake.
Rule number 3 is comma often in front and after interjections plus pauses while speaking. And the examples are, here is, comma, I believe, comma, the smartest man in the world. So, comma between I believe, an interjection. And another example is, I would say, comma, however, comma, that it's a wrong conclusion. It gives you a little pause to take a breath. Yeah. And rule number 4 is, comma, often between two independent clauses. The example, I looked for you in a long time, but you were long gone. And the comma is after a long time and in front of but. It separates two clauses.
Now we are going to talk about apostrophes. There are two types of apostrophes. The first being the contraction apostrophe. This you use to indicate that there are some letters missing from a contraction of two words. For example, it is a funny joke becomes it's a funny joke. Or I did not like you becomes I didn't like you. But these apostrophes are tricky to use, so if you're in doubt, then spell out the two words, like I did not, instead of contract it, like didn't. What? The second apostrophe is the possessive one. It indicates that it is a case of possession. For example, if we are talking about a cat that belongs to Peter, it becomes Peter's cat. The cat that belongs to Peter is Peter's cat. But if you have a name or word that ends with an S, you don't put an S at the end. Instead, you just add the apostrophe behind the S. For example, Charles' hat is black and tall.
I would like to talk about punctuation by quotation, and it's a bit different from the Danish where you said a colon before the quote. In English you said a comma before the quote and after the sentence. So if we take this sentence, you, the teacher, said, shouldn't be on Facebook in class. Here's the comma.
Punctuation by numerals. In punctuation by numerals, it is the complete opposite of Danish. For example, 400,000, they will put a comma at first. And in the other example, 400,000, they will put a comma here and a dot in the end.